I am ecstatic to report that everything is fixed now. And by fixed, I mean I am now officially studying a Master's of Arts in Psychology and Linguistics with Cognitive Science as my electives. I realised that I only chose that because I was put on the spot and it was better for the system. And this whole time, all I've gone on about is getting it right for myself, and yet for some reason in that moment, because I was so desperate just to get everything fixed, I made a decision based on something that was not for my own benefit. And so then what I did is afterwards I went back and I researched all the different electives, and for psychology it is recommended to take a DAPPER course, which runs for the full year, which is 20 credits. So I thought if I want to make the most out of this degree, I'm going to take that course and drop the informatics cognitive science, so still do the introduction in semester 1, and it just means that I'm taking 4 courses in semester 1 and 3 in semester 2, which is fine. It means that I can actually work in semester 2, because with the other course it was going to be a bit harder to work. That is it all fixed. Massive relief. I can actually start to enjoy myself and enjoy my student life, which is not something I actually expected to be able to do by the end of today, considering how the week started off. I can start to enjoy things now. I've chosen to do cognitive science as the electives, so yeah, I know what I'm doing. Maybe not tutorial wise, but everything else. So that is exciting news. Now I'm just going to work. I'm almost there. This whole process almost made me late, but actually, to be honest, I'm really glad it was sorted within a day. I'm quite lucky that one of my clients lives a 15-minute walk from the university campus, so I was able to stick around and do everything within a day, because if I had to commute that wouldn't have been possible. So woohoo! Something that I forgot to say earlier that's super important is that everyone today that I dealt with was absolutely fantastic. They were just phenomenal. They were so supportive. They tried their best to fight my corner. There wasn't once that I felt like I had to argue my case or that I had to fight with anyone. I didn't have to really stand up for myself, because the second they found out my story, they were absolutely sympathetic. So once that admin's gone through, hopefully that'll be that, and I can have a great uni experience, and hopefully everything will be a bit more positive from now on, because it's just been crazy. It's funny because I was just about getting ready to rant about how I actually don't know where I'm supposed to be next in uni. Where, when, how, what for, because now there is nothing on, well, about 10 minutes ago there was nothing on my system. So there was a couple of things that were wrong, there was a couple of things that were right, and then in terms of like where I'm supposed to be and when, there was nothing. Basically from like yesterday onwards, so I was like, well, if I don't know where I'm going to be or supposed to be, I guess I'm not going in. But I just signed in and it looks like everything's starting to fall into place now, so thankfully I don't have to go up and do another horrible treasure hunt trail of George Square trying to find out what I'm doing and where I'm going and how to get things fixed again. So that's good. I have information of classes, etc. There's a couple of little things that still need to be tweaked, so even though tomorrow was supposed to be a day off for me, looks like I'm still going in anyway. Hopefully this is all falling into place now. I had planned my stationery before, but I actually never bought any. I never got round to it because it's been such a stressful week, and there's just been so much else to do and I've had to work, etc. So hopefully this weekend I will get stationery shopping. I already know which fluffy pens I want to get. Yeah, so the fun stuff can begin. Whoop, whoop. It's not focusing, sorry, but when I'm run down and really stressed and things are all going wrong, my body protests by way of cold sores. So I imagine throughout my university journey I will get a lot of cold sores. I do anyway, I'm quite prone to them, but it tends to be when I'm quite run down. And I'm definitely blaming the stresses of this week, because I just felt so ill this morning, and I think I'm just on a come down from lack of timetables, lack of degree, lack of everything. It's been really stressful. canvas bags. Since I have a new canvas bag, I might as well go stationery shopping, right? So then I went into the university shop with all the university merchandise, and I got a little diary. And I went into the shop and there were canvas bags on sale and I got mine for free. Woohoo! So I had a great time stationery shopping, but I noticed that in the shops just now there's beautiful notebooks and I got some nice things, but the ones I really liked don't sort of fold over. They've not got the little ring binder things, and I've sat in the lecture theatres and I'm very much aware now that there's not space to like have an open notebook, so I had to choose ring binder ones even though they weren't my preference. But oh well, I got the stationery shop and I'm getting excited to start now, and I'm going to show you what I bought. First of all though, check it out, my free bag. So you've seen the diary already. I like to have a general notebook that's not subject specific, and I'm going to keep that inside my pencil case, which looks leather but is not because I am vegan. And it says organised chaos because that's pretty much me. Stopping me now. I am on an absolute buzz because everything's fixed and I can just relax into life again, and yeah, super buzzing. Course officially starts on Monday. This is Saturday. It turns out that tutorials don't actually start until week 2 because they're issued in week 1. Now, looking back to my very first video and the building up to this, my timetable was my biggest issue. Obviously that's when I still had a degree, so that took priority, changing my degree and getting accredited. But the timetable issue is still a massive issue, and it's still something that I think needs to be looked at, because you actually don't get your full timetable until week 2. So you get half your timetable with your lectures in week 1, and then week 2 you get given your tutorial slots. So you're almost on -1 week's notice if you need to sort out your work schedule or give notice to, you know, whatever is going on in your life that you've had previous to full-time study as an adult. So that is very tricky, and I really want to share that with everyone who's going to start that journey, because I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. So that is something that I just really want to stress, and I really want everyone to know, because I wish I'd known that. I wish I'd known that I wouldn't actually get my full timetable until week 2. If someone would have told me that along the way, it would have really helped. I probably still would have had some rants, but at least I would have known and not been in this limbo period for such a long time, saying to clients every single time I see them, hopefully next time I'll be able to give you a timetable, hopefully next time I'll be able to give you a schedule, and that next time never coming. So if I'd known that, I could have prepared my clients, said, look, I'm not going to know this, all I can do is try my best and apologise, but this is when I'll get my schedule. It would have made a massive difference. So yeah, that's one thing I think that is a massive learning experience, and I want to share with everyone going into a full-time education journey in their adult life. Also, I know it looks like I've just sort of left toothpaste on the side of my mouth for that whole thing, but I've not. It's cream because my stress cold sore from this whole experience still exists. It's still there. Yeah, so I don't just have toothpaste on my mouth.